Credit card debt crisis may become a reality for some members of Generation Z. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Breck Dumas titled, Gen Z Lean on Credit More Than Millennials Did and Racking Up More Debt. According to the author, a new report from TransUnion released Wednesday shows Gen Z adults ages 22 to 24 are opening up more credit cards, racking up more debt, and have a higher rate of delinquencies than their millennial counterparts did at the same age range a decade ago. Here are my thoughts. My heart goes out to adults in Generation Z who are struggling financially. Life is getting expensive, and I am sure some don't know what to do, so they turn to credit cards as a crutch. Many have not seen their wages keep pace with inflation. Some never had the opportunity to take a financial literacy course in high school or college. I realize we all live in a capitalistic society and companies are in business to make money, but some are trying to squeeze as much money as possible out of each customer. For example, visit some car dealerships in your area. You may find some who are tacking on what they call dealer-installed options on new and used vehicles. The thing is, these are not really options. There is a car dealership in my area that puts paint protection and theft protection on every vehicle they have on the lot. Once they put this on, they can't take it off. So it's not really optional. They spend very little money to install paint protection and theft protection, and then they mark it up big time. Every person who buys one of these vehicles is paying a lot more than they should. I did a quick search of dealerships in my area. One dealership was charging approximately $1,000 for paint protection on every new vehicle, and another was charging almost $2,000 for every new vehicle. Both dealerships said they are selling cars for MSRP and not discounting any vehicles at this time. In my opinion, they shouldn't call themselves dealerships anymore. They should just call themselves a store. If I go to Walmart, I'm not expecting to deal with a salesperson and negotiate the price of an item they sell. At a car dealership, I am expecting to deal and negotiate the price. Many refuse to do this. Most people who buy a car leave the dealership in a negative equity position. Now that negative equity position is even larger because of the overpriced paint protection and theft protection, and because the dealerships won't negotiate on the vehicle price. On top of that, many people are sold a lot of junk in the finance office. For example, many dealerships sell wheel protection. I spoke with a representative at a tire shop in my area who told me he's never encountered one of these companies that actually held up their end of the bargain and paid for wheel repair or wheel replacement. He said most of these wheel protection products are total garbage. Note he said most. This may not be the case for all of them. I feel bad for young people who are preyed upon by some greedy dealerships. Then, when their warranty period expires on their new vehicle, they get the pleasure of paying a tremendous amount of money for parts and labor to get their vehicles repaired. I'm just sharing some examples of how young people are getting their money siphoned away by greedy businesses. The same holds true for apartment operators that charge for things like concierge trash service or extreme amounts of money for parking, or hotel operators that charge expensive resort fees, or food manufacturers that are charging more for smaller amounts of product. Let's not even talk about the medical community and what they bill for. Young people are growing up in a world where it is hard to hang on to their money. Some have bills coming at them from every direction, and credit cards are the only short-term solution. Unfortunately, it is not a long-term solution, especially during this high interest rate environment. Getting back to the article, the author referenced TransUnion as saying, the high prices and high credit card balances are contributing to Gen Z consumers holding higher balances on other credit products, including auto loans, which are up 14% for that generation compared to inflation-adjusted numbers from 10 years prior. After everything that I mentioned earlier, you can understand why people in Generation Z are holding higher balances on credit products. I'm going to ask you a question. When do we reach a tipping point with all of this? For young people who own homes, some are getting a rude awakening because of insurance. I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Nora Colomer titled, "Home Insurance Premiums Soar 55%. Here's how you can mitigate rising costs." The author of this article referenced a guaranteed rate insurance report, which revealed insurance rates jumped 19% in 2023 alone. Apparently, they have increased 55% in the last 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, think about all of the people who thought their fixed-rate mortgage payment was never going to change. There are a lot of unsophisticated people who buy homes, and they just listen to what their agent says. Sign here, sign this also, don't worry about that mumbo jumbo, just sign this. Some people don't realize their monthly mortgage payment can go up because of insurance and property taxes. I am sure some have been completely caught off guard recently, and I suspect some don't even realize that their escrow is underfunded right now. Some will get a letter in the mail in the near future, and they will be completely shocked. I have no doubt some individuals won't be able to afford the new payment, yet they can't sell their home because they are locked into a low interest rate, and they would have the same payment for a house that is half as small in a worse area of town. This is because we are now in a 7% mortgage rate environment. My heart goes out to these people who are going to get squeezed because of higher insurance rates. Have any of you seen your home insurance skyrocket recently? If so, tell me about it in the comment section below. It's not just home insurance rates that are going up. I read an article on ABC News written by Mac Zahn titled, "Student Loan Rates Set to Reach 16-Year High. It's a Shock." According to the author, the interest rate on a federal undergraduate student loan is expected to climb to 6.5% in July, which would mark its highest level since 2008. I'm going to stop here for a moment. Some of you might say, big deal, 6.5% isn't a high interest rate compared to credit cards that are charging 20% or more. Well, I agree with you. The difference is a 4-year college degree at some state schools can end up costing someone $80,000 to $100,000 after factoring in tuition, room and board, books, and supplies. 6.5% on that amount of money can result in a payment that is difficult for some to handle after graduation, especially if they picked the wrong major that doesn't result in high-paying employment. Attending college continues to get more expensive, but the experience has also evolved. Many colleges have amazing residence halls with all types of luxuries. When I attended college, tuition and room and board were far less, but the dorms didn't have air conditioning and the bed frames were rusty and old. The mattresses were squished after decades of use and often covered in stains. I remember complaining once to the residence hall staff when I moved into my dorm room because the mattress had a large dark blood stain on it. When I say large, I mean large. The mattress could have been used in a Hollywood horror movie. They gave me a mattress pad, which was a thick piece of cotton that just laid on top of the mattress, and then the fitted sheet went on top of that. Today, I don't think many students or parents would put up with that because everyone is so cautious about bloodborne pathogens. Many expect very nice accommodations with luxurious features. That all costs more money though, which results in some students leaving college with a mountain of student loan debt that they will have for many years to come. That debt can even limit what some people are able to do after graduation. It is going to be really interesting to see what happens with student loan debt as we get closer to the November election. I hope students who are graduating from college this year are able to find good jobs. I read an article today on CNBC.com written by Jeff Cox titled, "Weekly Jobless Claims Jump to 231,000, the highest since August. According to the author, initial filings for unemployment benefits have hit their highest level since late August 2023, a potential sign that an otherwise robust labor market is changing. Here are my thoughts. I'm afraid that people think we will have low unemployment forever. I worry about this. I think people need to keep their skill set up to date and have a well-funded emergency account in the event they get laid off. If our economy takes a turn for the worse, or if we see an ugly correction or crash in the market, unemployment could spike. I hate to think about how this could potentially impact families. I hate to think about how this could impact children. When parents are worried about their personal finances and how they are going to pay their bills after getting laid off, children can pick up on this. When they see dad laying around depressed on the couch every day, kids have to worry. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.